Hello, this is Steve Shaw, National Coordinator of Football Officials and Secretary of Rules Editor. And today we're presenting the 9th in our series of media videos for the 2020 season. And we're going to be focused on game action from the weekend of November 7th. Now, before we get into our plays, we're 10 weeks into our season. A quick update on targeting. The good news is our targeting fouls are beginning to trend down. We're just below 0.29 fouls per game. And that's very comparable to our 2018 season, slightly up over last year in 2019. But our officials and our replay officials are improving each week on identification of targeting fouls. And remember, with our change in replay now, you have to identify all aspects of the targeting foul to disqualify a player. And if you can't, now there's no stands, so any marginal activity, we're not disqualifying players, and that's good. Now, we're going to continue to monitor targeting because it is so important for the health of our game. So with that, let's get on into our plays for this week. Our first play this week is a 4th and 5 situation, and the offense is going to line up to attempt a field goal. And what we're going to see is number 7 of the defense jumps into the neutral zone, causing number 45 of the offense to immediately react. Now, the crew comes together, talks it through, and is going to penalize the offense on this play. And we got a lot of questions on this. But what the rule says is it is not a false start by the offense if a lineman immediately reacts when threatened by a defensive player in the neutral zone. The key word there is a lineman. And if you go back and look at it, number 45, although he does immediately react, he is not a lineman, he's a back. So this is a proper call, a false start on the offense. Play 2, the quarterback's going to roll out to his left, looking for a receiver, can find nobody open, and then he's going to make a break for the goal line. Now, the head line judge, who's in perfect position at the goal line, comes in hard, spotting the runner down just short of the goal line. Now, replay is going to come in on this and take a look. And they first get a great look right down the goal line. But unfortunately, their body's in the way. You can't see when the runner's knee or lower body is down. So they also get a look from the high end zone, and you get a great shot of when the knee is down, but it's very difficult to tell exactly the position of the ball when that knee hits down. So replay is going to use what we call their quad view. It's 4 screens in a screen. And so the top left is the program feed, but the other 3 views are cameras that are directly connected into the replay system, and they're synchronized in terms of time. So replay will use the top right end zone view and pause it exactly when they see that knee down, and then can look at the bottom right, which is the down the line view, and see clearly that the runner is not breaking, or the ball is not breaking the plane of the goal line. So this is not a touchdown, and they're able to confirm the call on the field that the runner is down short of the goal line. Play 3 is another 4th down situation, and the quarterback's going to drop back to pass. He throws, and the ball is batted up by a defensive lineman and ultimately caught by the quarterback, and then he's going to throw to an open receiver to get the first down. Now, it is legal for the quarterback to catch the pass. He's an eligible receiver, but it's a foul to throw a second forward pass during a down. So the illegal forward pass here carries a 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, and it also includes loss of down. So since it was 4th down, it's going to now be the defense's ball, 1st and 10 after the 5-yard penalty. Play 4, we're going to see the quarterback drop back, and then he's going to take off running. And so ultimately, the ruling on the field is going to be that the runner was down. But because the ball was loose, replay is going to come in and take a look at this. And what we're going to see from the end zone view is there is no question that the ball is out before the quarterback's knees down. And so this is a fumble with a recovery by the defense. But also replay is going to see that number 5 of the defense, he's going to lower his head and attack the runner, making forcible contact with the crown of his helmet into the helmet of the runner. And so replay now is going to initiate a targeting foul from the booth. And even though there's a fumble, the foul occurs before the change of possession, so it's going to be enforced from the end of the related run, so where the quarterback lost possession of the ball. A 15-yard penalty, the offense will keep the ball, automatic first down, and then number 5 is going to be disqualified from the defense. Play 5 is a second and goal situation, and what we're going to see is the defense is going to shift, and the right guard is going to flinch. But you can see the umpire, who's right behind the defensive line, he's going to come in strong to the referee, and they're going to talk this thing through. And then we're going to get a good announcement from our referee.
Delay a game, defense, disconcerting signals. Half the distance to the goal line, still second down.
And so there are really two situations where we can have a delay of game by the defense in this situation. The first is disconcerting signals. So that's when any defensive player uses signals that simulate the sound or the cadence of the offense, or otherwise interfere with the offensive starting signals. It can include a clap. And then also, if you have a defender who's in a stationary position within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage, if they make quick, abrupt, or exaggerated actions that are not part of normal defensive player movement, that can be a delay of game on the defense as well. Play 6 is going to be a 2-play vignette, and we're going to focus on kickoff. So this is the opening kickoff of a game, and we're going to see that the kick lands in the end zone for a touchback. And so we know the offense is going to put the ball in play on the 25-yard line, and this is true whether it's a touchback or if the receivers complete a fair catch. But the next snap shall be from midway between the hash marks, unless the offense decides to relocate the ball, and then they can put the ball in play anywhere on either hash or between the hash marks. And that's available anytime there's a touchback. And as you can see here, the offense selects to put the ball in play on the left hash mark. Now, the second half kickoff, our second play here, is going to be a kick out of bounds, and we're going to see that the ball goes out of bounds on the far sideline. And now, if the receiving team selects to put the ball in play 30 yards beyond where it was kicked, which is normally the 35-yard line, it is always at the inbound spot. And you can see that the ball is put in play here at the far hash mark, and there's no relocation of the ball available to the receiving team in this situation. Play 7, we're going to continue to focus on our player safety rule of targeting. And we do get a call from our back judge of targeting against number 16 of the defense. And this is precisely the type play we've got to continue to work to get out of the game. And although the player probably had no intent to hurt his opponent or himself on this play, and we've made great progress, this is technique and actions we've got to continue to improve upon. So replay is going to come in and take a look at this. And as we look at all the replays, you're going to see the receiver is still defenseless. The defender lowers his head, leads with his head, and attacks. And then there is clearly forcible contact to the head and neck area of the receiver. So replay can confirm all aspects of this targeting foul, and the player, number 16, is disqualified for the balance of the game. Our last play this week is going to be an onside kick situation, and the ball is going to get through the first line of receivers, and we're going to see number 2 go chase the ball down, and then he's going to bat it out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. And we get a low end zone view, and you can see that the bat, it is legal. The receivers can bat the ball as long as they do not bat it forward. So the bat is clearly legal here. And it's a smart play because now the receivers will get to put the ball in play where the ball went out of bounds. Except as we get a further look at this play, you're going to see number 2, when he first touches the ball, his left foot is out of bounds. So now we have a kick out of bounds, and the receivers have 3 choices on that. First, they can penalize the kicking team 5 yards from the previous spot and re-kick. Obviously, they're not going to do that here. The second choice, they can take the ball at the 35, 30 yards beyond where it was kicked from. But since the ball is out of bounds here at the 41, they can take the ball there at the inbound spot, tack on a 5-yard penalty, and so they'll get the ball 1st and 10 at that spot. Well, that's it for our plays this week, and we appreciate your time invested, and we also appreciate the feedback and comments, and that helps direct our videos for future weeks. So best of luck to all this week, and stay safe and healthy.